Hi guys, I'm Greg.
And I'm John.
John and I are going to talk about the story today that I talked about on Screen Junkies News. Little America, a film being produced by Michael Bay, directed and written by Rowan Atkinson.
That's right. Mr. Bean is going action.
Rowan Ithali, or Hale, at Hale. You call Rowan for the rest of this video.
Ithali.
I talked about it on Screen Junkies News. Joe Starr was there. Andy Signore was there. Matt Key was there. Wow. It was great. 6-minute video. There's a couple of things I wanted to add, and I wanted to hear what John had to say too. But you know, you're live. You got to keep it on a time crunch. There's 4 of us on the panel. Just can't get everything in. But if you guys haven't heard about this, we'll give you a breakdown real fast. This is from The Hollywood Reporter. Described by sources as a sci-fun story rather than sci-fi, the tale is set...
It's still sci-fi. Continue.
Constantly with the interrupting.
Sci-fun.
The tale is set in a dystopian future where a Donald Trump-like president has bankrupted America and China has called in its debts. The Asian giant now owns the U.S. and many Americans have emigrated to China looking for work.
Okay. In
this new world, a former American Force Recon member is hired by a Chinese billionaire to go into an American ghetto and rescue his daughter. Sources have said it is in the tone of Escape from New York, the 1981 John Carpenter film that starred Kurt Russell. All right. Okay.
And Lockout starring Guy Pearce.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. There's some good opinions given on the SJ News panel. One thing I wanted to add that I didn't get a chance to insert in there is I just think this is great marketing. I just hear this plot. I'm like, this movie's gonna make a lot of money. Just hearing that.
Yeah.
It's a movie. Yeah. Like, if you look at it from the perspective of being American, this is something Americans like really fear. We're not gonna be #1. We're gonna have to surrender to China.
We're an insecure country.
We've been around since the beginning of time, apparently.
We are not only a couple hundred years old.
Yeah.
We're not only a few hundred years old.
But, you know, with Trump being president, America going bankrupt, I mean, it sounds like that this script, from what I heard, has been, like, going around the circuit for a few years now. So it was written before Trump ever became president.
But now's the time to make it as topical as possible.
So you got the American audience there, and then you have it, you know, taking place in China at times, because a lot of the big world here is that we now live with China. You know, a lot of Americans are emigrating there. And China is like the #1 market for international box office. Movies get sequels.
Huge.
Warcraft did not do well domestically. American film did not do well domestically. Did super well in China, so they're going to actually make a sequel. You combine these two countries together where the topic of China is clear. Woo! Instead of like doing a comic book movie where like, we got to go to China for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You know? So we got to get that Chinese
market. Got to make sure we mention that China exists. Yeah. They're nearby and we want their money.
Exactly. Exactly. So I feel like this film's going to make a lot of money. You put Michael Bay's name on it as a producer. I don't think Michael Bay's reputation is as tampered with in other countries as it is in America. I feel like you put Michael Bay's name in there, and it's a sci-fi story that I think we all can get on board with. I mean, John, what do you think of this?
I have no idea what to think of it. I mean, this does sound very much like it is Escape from New York, basically, and it sounds like it could be fun, I guess. It's a little kooky to me right now. It's a little bit of like, oh wow, I'm a little surprised they're talking about this, but
well, I showed you the trailer of Rowan Athale's, or Thale, whatever.
Athale, I don't know. That's my guess.
There's no accent on the E.
Athal.
Don't try to
Thale.
Come across like you. Okay.
Thale.
What'd you think of the trailer? It looked like a Guy Ritchie film, right?
Yeah, it looked like a cool Guy Ritchie film. Like, it looked framed cool, and it didn't look too like. It kind of made me feel a little better about this, just because like you showed me the Power Rangers trailer, and like the Power Rangers trailer looks just like a Michael Bay movie. And watching the trailer for Wasteland or what is it, The Rise, that did not look just like a Michael Bay movie to me. Like, it had like a cool style to where like I'd be interested in seeing that guy do Escape from New York.
Yeah. I wonder how much it's going to explore, because it says a Chinese billionaire is hired by a Chinese billionaire to go into an American ghetto. Okay, so it's not New York. It's going to be like all of America. He's looking for this one person.
Well, it said American ghetto, right? I can't tell if that's like an American ghetto in China, like America Town. Or is this...
I guess just go to America Town.
I don't know what that means. If it's a ghetto in America or if it's, you know, a ghetto of like American refugees or something like that. That's in fair. China. Because did you say some of this takes place in China?
It sounds like some of it has to take place in China.
So it's like I can't exactly tell what the context of the setting will be like, but it's cool to almost to have Americans be the ones, just struggling to get by in the sociocultural ghetto.
I love how like when we do like historical fiction, a lot of it is like horrible things about like Nixon time period. Mm-hmm. Like Watchmen, Nixon time period, and we're already getting that with Trump.
Yeah, we're wasting no time. I think just because that became possible, people were like, we gotta start writing right now. Something is the matter.
On the panel, they wanted us to do a Dreamcast, and Matt Key said Idris Elba as the American Force Recon dude, the hero.
Okay, sure.
And, Idris Elba would be cool. Before we filmed, the name Ryan Gosling got tossed around about a couple of us. I think Ryan Gosling can do anything. I think James McAvoy would be pretty sweet.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, come on.
I could see it better, actually, than I could see Ryan Gosling.
Come on.
I can't see Ryan Gosling in Sci-Fun. I can see him in Sci-Fi. But I could see James McAvoy in Sci-Fun.
Yes.
Especially if he got to grow out his beard and do his
supposed to be fun.
Snake bit.
I thought okay, Trump like president. I originally was thinking on the panel I would say Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin.
Just for fun. I said Mel Gibson. I couldn't come up with a zinger of what Mel Gibson would say. Andrew from the Movie Source channel texted me saying, "You should have said, 'Give me back my country.'" Ransom. That's the line. "Give me back my son." Put country in there.
Who would I cast in this? Guy Pearce?
I think Scarlett Johansson. Would be way cool.
There's a girl.
Scarlett Johansson and Steven Yeun.
Steven Yeun? Yeah, I was just thinking that.
A Korean actor to play a Chinese sidekick. That's like Rush Hour meets Escape from New York, man. That's what people have wanted to see for years.
See, I'm bad at casting off the top of my head, and I know I'm going to think of like the perfect choices like once we get out of this
Something odd.
Ron Perlman.
Louis C.K.
James Franco.
We're running out of actual awesome American actors.
Just cast Kurt Russell's son. Let him be.
Hey!
Just go full.
He's a real actor.
He is a real actor. He's pretty good too. I didn't realize, he was funny in 22 Jump Street, but that Black Mirror episode is...
Are you excited for the Michael Bay produced Sci-Fun thriller?
Escape from China.
Escape from China.
Little America.
Well, it's Escape from Little America.
Because the movie's called Little America, so I'm like, is this going to take place in like the America town in China?
That would be boring.
That would be different.
That'd be boring.
You would be boring.
You mean America has gone bankrupt and all these people are emigrating to China and this takes place in America town in China? Come on, let's go to a fucking...
Little America.
It should take place in ruined America. Meaning little, meaning we're not a giant, powerful country anymore.
Yeah, but what about, Little Tokyo? Or,
That'd be fine if the sci-fi pitch wasn't that America is in ruins now.
Yeah, so we created a Little America in China.
Why would we create a Little America town after after there's this whole
because that's what people do when they emigrate. They make... it's possible. It's a conclusion that you can easily draw
Andy
from that
Signor
title.
Would totally pick me for this one.
I don't know.
Yeah, let's go.
That. You're naming the movie after the town he has to go to.
Okay,
This is all going to take place
let's say
Little America.
Let's say El Salvador goes into ruins, and then they come to America, all the fucking
so
El Salvador.
They make Little El Salvador.
And then we have it take place in Little El Salvador instead of going to the ruins of El Salvador for a sci-fi movie?
You could do either. It's interchangeable, but
I don't want to see a sci-fi movie about a little town in China. I'd rather go to the actual American ghetto.
It's about the world, though, is it not? It's still that version of the future. Maybe we will see the destroyed America at some point, but something different that does not exist is a Little America inside of China, where all the American people live.
Why would a Chinese billionaire need to hire an American Force Recon member
He knows how to deal with Americans.
Oh my God, you're really you're churning the butter.
I'm just saying it's not an outlandish conclusion to draw. We very well might see future America because America has been toppled and it is little, but Little America sounds more to me like the name of a town than an assertion that America is small now because it owes China a lot of money.
Yeah, that sounds like a really exciting plot.
That's not a plot that I just explained to you. I just explained your interpretation and mine side by side.
Uh-huh.
I'm excited to maybe see if this is going to be an alright movie in the trailers of Michael Bay.
You can subscribe to The Real Rejects. You can follow this fucker on Instagram and Twitter at Reasons to Jerry. He's also the social media manager for Facebook.com/Bloomhouse. I don't know why such a creative studio hired this dumbass. He's also the social media manager of Facebook.com/TheRealRejects. You're so dumb.
Yeah.